Hello, and welcome to the STMS onboarding tutorial. In this video, we're going to be covering how to create an order. Before we do that, we're going to make some changes within the profile section. We will scroll down to the Add Order ID field. This will allow us to set a system of lettering and numbering. This way, we don't have to input an order ID every time we create an order. Now we're going into the General section. We can set some defaults for order creation here. At the top, we have the BOL template. Whenever we want to generate a BOL within our Shipper TMS, we can decide if we want it to be a carrier or shipper template. Main difference being the carrier template will show the carrier's name. Multi-unit BOLs will default to putting all VINs within an order on one page, rather than standard one page per VIN. Inspection types are how the carrier will complete the inspection. Standard is as hands-off as an inspection can get. They can take as many or as little photos as they want. We recommend the advanced inspection type, as this will make mandatory 6 pictures at pickup, 6 pictures at delivery. So if the carrier tries to get a pickup signature before completing the inspection, it will prevent them from doing so until a minimum of 6 pictures is met. You can also set your time zone so the activity logs and revision history matches your current location. With all this set, let's go back to All Orders back at the top. We'll start creating a load with the Create Order button at the top right. Right from the beginning, you can see that the order ID we set has been generated at the top. Next to that, we can input PO numbers, should we use these, and transport types. In our case, it's going to remain an open trailer. Then we have the inspection type, which is defaulted to advanced. We can change it if needed on a load-by-load basis here. Now we need to enter a vehicle. We can take a VIN number and paste it into the VIN field. As you can see, it automatically decodes the year, make, model, weight, etc. We can also fill out the other fields further to the right. Tariff would be how much the customer is paying us, and the carrier price is how much we are paying the carrier. Note that the tariff will not be visible to the carrier when sent. We can also select if it's an operable vehicle with this checkbox here. With that complete, we've successfully added a vehicle to the order. If you were to have, say, many VINs you wanted posted at once, you could click on the bulk VIN decode above the vehicle. You can paste them all here. Just remember to put commas in between each new VIN. Don't forget to put your tariff and carrier price for each vehicle before clicking decode. You can also add a photo of the vehicle if you have one saved to your device by clicking on the camera icon to the left. This way, the carrier will know exactly what the vehicle looks like. Scrolling down, we have the customer fields. This will be who is paying us for this load. If you have contacts listed in your customers section, as mentioned in part 1, you can start typing out their business name. Click on it from the drop-down, then it will autofill with their information. Worth noting that this information will not be shown to the carrier when sent out. Now for the load board instructions. This is information the carrier might need to know before booking a load with you. This could be something like, bring a winch for pickup, or it's a residential drop-off. Just know that if your instructions stay under 30 characters long, and you are posting this to Central 2, Central Dispatch will get a unique link with its instructions. This link will take the carrier out of Central Dispatch and into Super to view the load. Below that are the order instructions. This will be viewable to the carrier once the order is actually theirs. This could be more specific instructions like make sure to call location 20 minutes before arrival or some other detail. Now we have the pickup and delivery locations. Starting with pickup, it will pretty much work the same way as the customer fields. We'll use our pre-established customers to autofill this information. Towards the bottom, we have the dates and notes. As you can see, we can configure our date types being exact, estimated, no later than, etc. Once set, we can specify the date itself by clicking the calendar day, and we will do this exact same process for delivery. Down in the carrier payment section, the total should be the sum of the vehicle carrier price. If you want to get a good idea for what to pay the carrier based on this route, you can click the Pricing Data button and it will show you what similar routes have been quoted at. If you have any feedback on these prices, you can certainly click the Leave Feedback button to reach out to the support team. You can set the type of payment this will be, things like ACH, cash on delivery, quick pay, or a time frame in which they can expect this payment after completion. To the right is the customer payment, which will not be visible to the carrier. This is purely for your own record keeping. Further down, we have attachments. This is for any additional files that should be included with this load. Once one is added, you can see what users are allowed to view this file. If you have a customer portal, you could allow your customer to view this file. There is also the ability to show this to the carrier too. This would be a good place to add any gate passes or any other files needed to complete the load. Worth noting that when an order is accepted by the carrier, a dispatch sheet is automatically generated and visible to both carrier and shipper. This load looks to be good to go. Once it's completed, we'll hit Save in the top right. Now we are ready to send the offer to a carrier. Now that we're ready to send the offer, we have a few options on how we want to get this over to them. We can click Send Offer, Post to SLB, or Post to SLB and CD. In this particular case, we have a carrier in mind for this load. We're going to click Send Offer. On this side panel, we can search for this carrier by their name in USDOT, MC number, email, and phone number. We're going to search by company name. With this carrier, you can see that it says the carrier is not using SuperDispatch. All we have to do is send an offer to invite them. If we click their name, we'll turn our attention to the yellow box below. We will have to provide the email and phone number of this particular carrier. Once that's done, we'll double check and make sure the dates and payments are correct. We're going to set the dates forward. We'll also set the price to a higher amount. Down at the bottom is our previously dispatched. If we have worked with other carriers recently that have done similar routes, like this load, we can filter them out here. In our case, we do not have any carriers that have done this route for us before. But since we have a carrier in mind, we're just going to click Send Offer at the bottom. This carrier should receive this request to complete the load and an invitation to join SuperDispatch. Let's say for this order, we don't have a specific carrier in mind. We have a few options here, to post to Super Load Board or post to both SLB and CD, being Central Dispatch. We're going to post it to Super Load Board first, and it's as simple as clicking the Post to SLB. That's it. From the carrier side, they will go into the load board and pull up the load we posted. The carrier will see the following details and decide if this works out for them. They can also view our shipper profile to see basic information, bond insurance, and ratings. If that all looks good, they are at the request stage. They will check off that they have read our terms and conditions. They will provide the contact name and then get to the dates and price. This is where they can negotiate. If they want to pick up at different times or negotiate pricing, they can do so here. They will request the load right after and it will come back to us. Back on our Shipper TMS, this load will now appear in our request section. If we click on it, we can see the load as it was posted initially at the top. Below that, we can see who the carrier is and what information they requested to be changed. If this doesn't work for us, we can always decline the offer or counter it with a different price. Once we click on a counter offer, that will go back to the carrier. So back on the carrier side, they'll go into the Offers tab and see our counter offer. If they decide to accept this load, it's theirs. We will also be notified of this, and it will appear on our Accepted tab. At this point, any status changes like pickup or delivery will happen automatically as the carrier completes the order. One other way we can create loads is by importing CSV files into the STMS. CSV files would be something like files from Excel or Google Sheets. This could be a faster way of creating many loads at once, rather than filling them all out one by one. If we click on the Import Orders button at the top right of our Orders section, it will take us to the CSV Import page. Along the bottom, we can see all the specific bullet points that are not covered by the CSV template at the very bottom. These specifics are things like date formats, vehicle types, payment terms, but this will make more sense when we look at the template. If you click on the CSV template, it will download a file showing you exactly how this spreadsheet should be formatted. You could certainly edit this exact document to fit your own order information too. Back in the Shipper TMS, if you click on the cloud icon where it says drag and drop, it will pull up our file browser. We'll just find the spreadsheet file we had saved, open it up, and it will create the loads that were in there. As you can see, this can be an efficient way to create a lot of loads quickly. If you get your loads from other places, you can have them generated into our CSV template. It could be 3 clicks and you're done. Once they are imported, they will start in your new section. When creating an order, you may notice that there is too much information to fill out, or there are things missing. Some information may just not be relevant to you at all. This is what the Manage Order Fields section is for. In the bottom left corner, we'll click on the Manage Order Fields. We have a bunch of drop-downs with options contained within. This is how we decide what fields we want to be visible when creating a load. If we want this field to appear, we'll just make sure to check the box next to that field. Once done, we'll click Save in the top right corner. Now if we go back to Orders and click Create Order, we'll notice that the only fields we have checked are present. This concludes part 2 of the STMS onboarding tutorial. Feel free to look at more videos, and if you have any more questions, you can certainly reach out to Super Support.